Hi, it's Therese from Lostinpaper and I'm back to colour with you. I have these cute mice. They're from the Furry Hugs stamp set, which is a new release for Valentine's 2017 from Penny Black. I've got some Bristol Smooth cardstock and jet black archival ink, and it's a very nice smooth cardstock, so I didn't bother using my Misty. And I'm going to be doing some Inktense watercolouring, and this is the first time I've used this cardstock with these pencils. And so far every other watercolour medium that I've used on the Bristol has been beautiful, and I just love the fact that it's so bright white and that it has that real smooth finish. So to lay down my colour, I simply just draw the pencil onto the cardstock around the image, and the ink that I've used, it is waterproof, and I usually add a couple of colours at once, then bring in a wet brush and move the colour around. The other way that I add colour is just like I'm doing here. I actually use the tip of the brush to the lead of the pencil, pick up the colour that way, and then drop it down. If I'm not sure how deep the colour is going to be, I don't want to have it too strong, I will just sort of wipe it off on the side I have a piece of paper underneath my image, to the side of my image, and then I can just test the depth of the colour, or lift up the colour with a paper towel. If I'm not really happy with, if it's too dark, I'll just lift it up with a paper towel, or add a bit of water and then lift it up with the paper towel as well, and that seems to work really well. Once the Inktense pencils are dry, because they are kind of like an ink based sort of finish, they don't reactivate, so you really need to get your colour right before it dries. But the good thing about it though is that once it's dry, you can always add more colour, or like I'm doing here with the mice, or add a different medium even, and often I'll come in with my pencils afterwards to add some depth. But today I just simply stuck with the Inktense pencils. I've listed all the colours over at my blog, and the link will be in the description below. And I did use quite a few different colours. I'm working in different areas over the whole image, because that way I can keep away from the areas that are wet and it doesn't actually reactivate, or not that while the colours are wet, I don't like to add another colour beside it. I added some grass with a Copic multi-liner, and this is, I think it's the 0.3 that I used, and I just drew it exactly the same as the grass that was already beneath the mushroom image there. I decided to make it red just for fun, and added some depth with some, I'm pretty sure I used either a neutral grey, I don't think I brought the black into this, so it was a neutral grey to add the shading beneath the actual mice where they're sitting on the toadstool, mushroom, I don't know. It's cute anyway because it's got love hearts on it. I decided to fussy cut the image out and leave like a little small border. It's only just like 1 millimetre wide. I just thought that might help it pop off the back of the card. So once I've got that done, I'm going to set that aside. I already let this dry, but I'm just going to set it aside while I prepare my sentiment. This is from another set, and this is called Friendship and Love, and there's a sentiment in here that says hug, kiss, repeat. It's such a sweet sentiment, and I thought I'd use it a little bit differently to how they have it, sort of, it's all joined together, and I didn't want to cut it up. So what I did here was actually stamp it out separately and in different colours and on different portions of cardstock, because I want to cut it out differently as well. So I've used some Ranger dye ink. It's a cool graphite. The red was Love Letter, which is a Memento ink, and the green here is Lily Pad, I think it's called, which is another Ranger. And that's just to stamp out the last word. I did have to mask off those words just with some post-it note in between. I've got these dies, they're speech bubble dies from Penny Black, and I thought it would be fun just to create 3 different speech bubble dies. And they are a solid die, so I can't, because I've already done my stamping, I can't exactly work out where to put them. So I have a template already cut, and I leave it in the back of the dies. So what I can do is place the template over the word, pop my die in place, tape everything down, and then I can run it through my die cutting machine. Very simple, cheats way of getting your die cut centered with your image or your word or whatever you want to do. So my background, I decided to go for like a blue watercolour look, and I have got some Bristol cardstock here cut to the same size as the front of my card, which is 15 by 10.5 centimetres, dropped on some clean water, and now I'm just mixing up some tumbled glass distress ink with some Mermaid Lagoon, and then I will have to set that aside to dry. I did run this cardstock through my Big Shot machine to flatten it out, added my ATG to the back of it, and lots of it because it is watercolour cardstock, and I can just pop it onto the front of my card. And for my actual image with the mice, I did think it'd be quite cute if I popped them up. So this is some double-sided fun foam, and I've just cut it to sort of fit. The cardstock is quite strong, but I thought it would be handy to have a lot of support on the back, just in case I do decide to post this card. So I've also popped up the 3 speech bubbles, and by having the background the blue colour, because I was originally thinking about leaving it white and just making a real clean and simple design, I just think it helps them to pop off the front of the card and, you know, just make it a little bit more fun. And as a final touch, I've got some frosted lace stickles. This bottle is nearly empty. I do have another one, so don't fret. I do like this frosted stickles, and I've put it onto the 3 hearts. So because it's a bit dodgy, I'm just using my craft knife to spread it out, make it all even, and that's my finished card for today. So thanks for joining me. I've had heaps of fun with these gorgeous penny black products. I'll be back again real soon. Till next time, happy paper crafting. Bye.